guys, I'm doing a little bit of research on my drive back. Well, not really research, because that's dangerous to be, you know, doing anything and driving, but I did pull up a video, and shout out to this guy right here. Let me see if I can get his YouTube up. This guy right here, Andy Mechanic. He has a really good video of how injectors work. Sorry, you can't even see me. I'm trying to set my phone back up where it was on my steering wheel. Okay, there we go. He has a really good video. It's 25 minutes about how injectors function and how they work and what's wrong with them, or what the problem would be within the vehicle or engine if, say, there's something wrong with the injector, like it's all snotted up, there's a bunch of, you know, dirt and debris in the injector, or if there's something wrong with the coil. And it's actually a pretty awesome video. So well, I haven't done engine performance at pit yet, which is kind of what would help me out in this situation right now, is if I was in engine performance. But anyway, that's why I looked up the video, because I needed to understand the kind of mechanics of it all. And I have determined that my injectors, well, possibly my injectors, the coil that is within the injector, which creates the magnetic field, which then pulls the plunger up, which then gives the fuel into the cylinder. There's got to be some sort of corrosion either between the pins or inside the coil, so that the magnetic field doesn't perform like it should, or it's not as strong of a magnetic field. Oh my god, I'm stumbling over all of my words. The magnetic field isn't strong enough to well, where the engine wants to perform. So like the performance of the actual engine is hindered because of the magnetic field being hindered. And so what I need to do is I need to check the resistance in the coil, and then check with the specs of what it's supposed to be for my year truck and all of that stuff. And then after that, if it's out of range, then I know that if it, I guess if it's higher resistance, which would indicate an open in the circuit or, you know, corrosion, I need to replace either that one injector or possibly even in my case all 8 of them, which would suck. But if they are in spec for resistance, I either need to clean out the injectors, see if there's, you know, some debris in there, or I need to check pressure in all my fuel lines to make sure that the pressure of the fuel is where it's supposed to be, so that it will then be supplied through the injector into the actual cylinder. So, of course, I'm going down to pit right now, and I don't have a volt-ohm meter on me, so I'll just have to either rent one or just go ahead and buy one. I'll probably just rent one so I can get my money back when I'm done with it. Although, I don't know, I might have other things that I need to check resistance on, so I might end up just buying it and just be like, oh, I'm sure I'll use this. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. I don't know when I'm going to get it done, but I'm sure that I will get it recorded for you guys. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall off of my steering wheel as I'm turning here. Okay, yeah, we're good. So yeah, just wanted to kind of update you guys on what I've been doing, what I'm up to, and hopefully we can get this thing figured out so I have some actual power, because as you guys know, I did the cold air intake, which is supposed to add a couple horsepower and a little bit of torque. And don't mind me, I'm passing by a cop right now, that's kind of odd. Okay. That should add some horsepower and torque. And I did my exhaust. Less restricting exhaust means that it's going to be less back pressure and better performance, more horsepower, as you also add some horsepower and torque. So, I mean, we should be getting up and going, like, for real. But any hill, I'm not accelerating. So, that's kind of what leads me to injectors, is I'm not getting any acceleration at all. And every once in a while, the engine light will turn on, and it will say that bank 2 sensor 1 for my catalytic converters, which is the O2 sensor in front of the cat, it has like low voltage, or it's not getting the actual mixture of gases that it should, or that it wants to, and it kind of tells you that there's something going on. I'm not getting the right mixture of gases, like, you know, whatever. There's a whole lot of explaining, and honestly, I don't want to do that right now, but I'll probably do it later. But yeah, so, I mean, there's obviously something going on. The spark plugs, when I pulled them out and checked them, they were really bad, like really bad. Mainly because of me replacing my head gaskets. There was a bunch, there was used to have a lot of coolant that was going through the head gaskets into the cylinders, which was then fouling out the plugs. So I cleaned those up, put them back in. I need to do another plug reading and see what it looks like, and that will actually tell me a lot about if it's really just not getting fuel into the cylinders, if it's not getting fuel into 1 or 2 of the cylinders, and all kinds of different stuff. I mean, I know the truck is running lean, just because I kind of know that much, but we'll figure it out, and we'll get her going, and then hopefully we'll get her fixed. And yeah, I'm gonna keep watching this video, make sure I know all the stuff that I need to know, and once I figure out when and what I'm gonna do to the truck, I'll get you guys updated again. But for now, I'm just gonna keep on driving and keep on listening to this video. Peace. All right, we're out here. We're about to test my injectors for the correct resistance value. And I have it up from, what's it called, ShopKey Pro right now, and it's right there. So obviously I have the 5.3, so the resistance should be anywhere between 11.8 to 12.6. 11.8 is going to be what it should be when it's cold, and 12.6 should be when it's, like, you know, running temperature around 210. So I'm looking for something, probably be around 12 ohms. And the way to test it is obviously disconnect your injector plug, and then if I can get a good angle on it, you got those 2 prongs down there, and you just hook either side up with a volt ohm meter on ohms, and it will give you the reading, and then you can diagnose from that reading, see what you need to do, see if the injectors are good and bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so I just got done testing my injectors, and well, I thought I let the engine cool down long enough, but I didn't. So it was still a little bit warm, so resistance was still going to be a little bit higher. But I mean, it was only 1 ohm higher off of spec. So since the temp was at about, I'd say not 280. Woo! It was at like 180, maybe. That's on the high side. That seems about right, unless literally all 8 of the fuel injectors are 1 ohm out of specification, which I don't think is the deal. Yeah, the injectors are fine. So now, since we've done the fuel filter, it wasn't, and we know there isn't any restriction through there, and the injectors are fine. I'm pretty sure it's the fuel pump. I mean, there's nothing really else that would restrict fuel flow, and I mean, check fuel pressure. I'm gonna get a fuel pressure checker and let my truck cool down, like actually cool down all the way, and then I'll check my fuel pressure at the rail, because I think that, yeah, that's the only place you can check fuel pressure on this truck. And then once I do that, I'll actually know for sure if it's the fuel pump or not. And yeah, then we can actually get this back to working properly. I might get a high pressure fuel pump, just because, you know, I got air, I've tuned the truck, and it has an exhaust, so there's much less restriction in the air aspect, you know, air and exhaust gases aspect, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of probably what I'll do. It might not need it, might need it real bad, don't know, but I mean, it can't hurt it at all for sure. So I just wanted to pick you guys up on that. I just got back from a fuel system check, which was a series of like 55 to 45, and then some decels of 25-second increments and all that type of stuff. So I am kind of far away from pit right now, so I'm just driving back and gonna get my scan tool back to my friend and continue on with my day. I'll probably go back to my house, let my truck cool down, and then kind of decide from there if I'm gonna do the fuel pressure check now or like tomorrow. So yeah, I'll either see you guys later tonight or in the morning, but for you guys it'll be about half a second. Okay, so just got back home, and of course, as soon as I diagnose something, or at least think that I diagnose something, something else has to go bad. And yeah, I think if you can't see that, the voltage is a little low, so I think my alternator just went bad. Huh. Very nice. I have to figure that one out. Shit. It's no good at all. Okay, well, shit. That's fun. Alright guys, so just was at Joplin, went to Harbor Freight, and I picked up this spark plug tester, and that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be testing the spark plugs and also the coil packs. So we can see if that is the problem with all the hesitation that I'm getting for acceleration. Stay. All right, sweet. Whoa. All right, let's get moving with it, I guess. Shit. So I've tested all of the driver's side spark plugs, or I guess coil packs 2 technically, and I will show you what I got on all of the driver's side here. So all the way across, the signal coming from the coil packs to the what am I trying to say, spark plugs, it's been weak and inconsistent. So it's been firing, but like not the same amount every time at the same time. So I have this one right here hooked up. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it since it is a flashing light. Pretty well. But yeah, that's kind of what all of them have been doing. They're getting really dim and then really bright, and then they sometimes change speed. So that's not what we want. And since 5 out of the 8 cylinders have done the same thing, pretty sure that like every single coil pack is going to be out of the correct resistance value. So I think I need coil packs, which will be fun, because fuel pump, obviously that's like $20, right? Coil packs aren't. Yeah, but anyway, that's kind of what I found. I'm gonna stop here because I mean they've all been like this, so guess just I'm gonna test the coil packs, make sure that's what it is, and then get some coil packs, throw them on, and hope it fixes it. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys with it.